down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Lions. Ready.
Looking to throw right away. Going deep right away. That's complete inside the 35. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And this one does not go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And it sets up 2nd down. Taylor now up the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Richardson on 3rd. Flush down out to his left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action with Richardson. Warren's got it, complete. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Viking, 18, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Come on, set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hook.
They'll come out throwing. He's got Harrison. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 46. He put everything he had into this one. They're on it. That's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
2nd down carry for Taylor. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. To throw, Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He intercepts the pass. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
79 Broncos.
Play action on 1st down. Headed out right. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready? Mustang 19. Check go.
He's going to throw this one. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They've got a man in motion. From the 29. On target to his man Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the end of one. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got it first to begin the frame. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He's got Pierce. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. From the 28. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Throwing this back in the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. That's cut beyond the marker. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Offense up to the line fast. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's brought down for a loss. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Set. Warrior 70. Set, go.
Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Come on, set.
Man in motion here.
Go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
19, Tiger, 19. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This one finds Taylor. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home.
He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Throwing it to start this drive. Benson's got it. Has some daylight through the 40. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. New set of downs for him from the 46. Pass play on 1st and 10. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Juju Brents with a pick. And the Colts get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Cardinals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Benson. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. They give to Taylor, right side. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Dadrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This finds Mitchell, complete. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here's 2nd and 5. Taylor makes the catch. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Richardson now. On the move, headed right. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 13-point lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Buys time, rolling right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Gets this one to Pierce. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. the play fake. He'll throw. Throw complete to Warren. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Colts. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now off play action. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. The give now to Benson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
And they send a man in motion. From the 42. Gets everything he has under this throw. Big gain downfield. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals now trail by just a point in the 4th. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals tie us up 28-all. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. A run here with Taylor. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st down, ball at the 36. Running right, this is Taylor. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They go again with Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming.
And go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's caught for the first. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Here's Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. He's back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here comes Williams on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Here he is to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Let's go now.
It's Benson on the give. He heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Setting up to pass. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
They give up the gut to Benson. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Back to throw. He's on the move. Avoids the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. This is his biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He reaches the sideline, clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Taken in by Pierce. And he crosses midfield before going out. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's got Pierce. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. From the gun, Taylor. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Well, they waited right till the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Here we go. Shot. Panther 11. Panther 11.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Glendale.